Are you like me and you find yourself wondering what to do with your bits? Whether you spell it with an S or a Z, today we are talking about the extras you get on the sprue after you finish building your models. All the little leftover pieces that give us weapon options, head options, equipment options, and sometimes confuse the hell out of us. I have always been curious about bits and how to store them. Tried many different approaches, some plastic bags, some hard plastic containers, leftover Chinese takeaway containers, you know, those clear little tubs with a snap-on lid. Yeah, so until recently, I had a myriad of assortments, some in plastic bags in one room, others in boxes in another. I'm going to share with you how I turned a big mess like this into something like this. This is I guess you would call it a screw or nail organizer, something you can get from your local hardware store. I got this little sucker here from Bunnings Warehouse in Australia for about 40 odd bucks, but you can get them from heaps of different places, and there are different varieties as well. This little sucker here, it has a lot of drawers. It has 20 odd drawers, and they're quite deep. And long. You can fit quite a lot of stuff in there. And a label maker, and you have yourself a nice, easy little storage. You can go from the piles and piles of sprues in different boxes and different bags and different containers. Clip them, which is tedious and tiring, but clip them. And store them away in a nice little container like that. A couple of those little bad boys there, you could even stack them together. And you'll have everything organized where you need to be. Whether you are one who likes organized chaos, if you're sort of the person that would like to, rather than finding the bits, you let the bits find you, and you dig through your one single ice cream container full of bits, with different races, different factions, different armies, different companies. If you've got it all in one like that, I want to know. Let me know in the comments. If you're more organized and have gone away from the piles and bags and boxes into one singular storage option, let me know too. Bits are an interesting thing. The untrained eye will just see them as, I guess I can magnetize them and then have that option if I want it. Some people live dangerously and just glue on one particular weapon option and then they're stuck with it. Others look at bits and see different, ideas for different factions or different systems. There's some awesome things that you can do with bits. I've always been a little bit stuck when it comes to bits. I don't like throwing out any hobby, whether it is a singular axe, bolt gun, shield, something like that. I like to keep it. Clip it off, put it in a box, put it in a container, put it somewhere. Who knows, right? Like, that's the logic that we use for all of our hobby stuff. It's like, maybe I'll get around to doing that. Maybe I'll get around to converting something, keep bashing, and turning one thing into something completely different. But bits are an interesting thing. It's not necessarily going to be something that you've just used last week that will come in handy the following week. It's going to be something that you've maybe bought months or even years ago, and you've only finally now found a reason to use that plasma gun or flamer, las gun, whatever you've got, on something that, maybe for that same faction. Maybe you're converting a hero from one style into another, or you're just kit bashing with things that you've just found, like just bits, and you're making a whole new thing. So why should we keep our bits? Why should we choose to hang on to the extras, the upgrades, and the sometimes useless looking spare bits on a sprue? Well, some people strike creativity with those. You may have a model, you may look at that model and not like its pose or its weapons or its appearance, and you can change it. You can take bits from similar kits or from completely different kits and mix them together. We have some of the homies in the Discord who have done some incredible stuff with bits. Bits bashing Is that the word? I don't know. Kit bashing, that's different. But yeah, are bits worth keeping? Maybe. It's up to you, really. If you want to hoard these piles and piles of sprues, or if you want to sit down, clip them all off, put them in your own organizer, your own container of sorts, then absolutely, I would keep them. But as I said, I don't throw any hobby out. My fiance wishes I would. This is how I'm doing my bits. I've gone away from having this mountain of sprues in boxes, doing the tedious task of clipping them and then organizing them. And currently now, I wish I'd done it sooner. So yeah, let me know your method of organizing your bits in the comments. And yeah, see you on the next one.
Woo! Big up to the boys, Fox and Shane. Set your minds free, no locks and chains. Do what you love, roll the dice. 50-50, we cold as ice. One thing cold.